What's up guys, SkittleRampage here. So today we're going on a One Piece Funko Pop hunt, as well as reviewing the first episode of the live-action One Piece Netflix series. So let's check it out. Hey guys, so we're outside of the comic book shop now, and we're going to be going in today and just seeing if they have any One Piece pops at all. Now, I do actually need 4 specific ones, which do include the Gold Roger cover from SDCC, as well as Big Mom with Homies. I also need the Eustace Kid Chase and the Metallic Chopper Chase, or just the regular Armor Chopper. I don't know why I said Eustace Kid Chase. I don't know what's with me lately, but I've been saying wrong anime. Like, I called Dorothy Charlotte yesterday, I think. And then today I'm saying Eustace Kid Chase. I swear I'm not doing this on purpose. I think I'm unwell. I don't know. Let's continue the video. Now, the likelihood of them having 3 of the 4, which include the Grails in that set outside of the Big Mom with Homies, is very, 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 very low. I don't expect to find any of those. But Big Mom with Homies is possible. But overall, I don't expect to find any of these. I just hope to find at least some One Piece pops. I figured it would just be fun to do a quick little hunt and see what we could find. So let's head inside. All right, guys, so we're going to start with their bigger pop section here, just because we are looking for that Big Mom with Homies. I'm seeing the Wampa up here, Cool Piece, Maleficent, I guess an Iron Dragon from Game of Thrones, Ursula, Madame Mim, Maleficent with Diablo. Ooh, they do have Kisame here. We're actually going to pick one of these up, but I'll show this in a future video just because this is a One Piece video. Hulk and Bruce Banner. Ooh, Frog of Thunder. That's a great piece. Not seeing any One Piece over here, though. They do have a couple more down here. A lot of pop rides, though. But, yeah, no One Piece right here. Now, over in this section is a lot of the cover pops. We have Phoenix, Wonder Woman, Black Panther, Skrull as Iron Man, Assassin's Creed, some Venom, Wonder Woman. Flying Balloon Girl, that's pretty cool. But yeah, no One Piece still. Smee, WrestleMania, a lot of 2-packs and 3-packs, but yeah. Oh, they have this. I actually do need this. Not today, though, but that is a really great piece to find. And then we also do have this 3-pack over here from World of Warcraft. So unfortunately, it's looking like they do not have the deluxe Big Mom with Homies, but that's okay. Let's keep looking. Okay, so usually this would be their anime section where they would have everything. So we have some Naruto here. We have Kotetsu and My Guy, some Full Metal, Attack on Titan. We have My Hero Academia, Hunter x Hunter, Tokyo Ghoul, Jujutsu Kaisen, Black Clover. But not seeing One Piece. This is usually where they have all their anime. So here's some more over here. We have some Boruto here, Fairy Tail, more My Hero, Gotcha Man, Avatar, Fire Force, Bakugan, some Dragon Ball, more Naruto, more My Hero, but no One Piece I'm noticing. So I asked the guys in here and they said they have no One Piece at all, which is kind of a bummer, but I'll keep showing you guys a couple things before we head back home. Over in this section is a lot of their newer kind of arrivals. So up top here we have Wanda Halloween, Black Panther, Glow, Hercules Chase, Green Lantern, Little Sweet, Iron Man. Honestly, kind of surprised that Jon Stewart isn't gone. We also have some of the newer anime pops like Sasuke, Yami. Now, Sasuke also looks really good, might I add, but waiting for the Glow one. I don't know, the common looks cool, though. I don't know. I don't really love the Glow either, though, at the same time. So maybe the common. I don't know. Now, we also do have Sabito here, Tamayo, Susumaru the Chase, and the regular. Nothing different here. Honestly, I would recommend the common because the Glow isn't like too amazing. We also have Etrigan Demon, Kilo Zoldyck down here, Shazam, War Machine, Izuku Midoriya. What else they got down here? Gambit, Zeke Yeager, the new Deku, and then some of the others. Oh, look at this. I actually have not seen that sticker. That's really cool. Mike Geek Box, European exclusive. That's really awesome. And one of their other newer sections, we have Spirit Spider, Moon Knight. Oh, 2 Moon Knights. That's pretty cool. Queen from Persona 5. You don't see a lot of those pops. Quake, as well as Darna, Eddie Guerrero, Two-Face, Asuka? I don't know how to say that WWE wrestler's name. Cable, Future Trunks, The Riddler. We got some Loki down here. Pretty cool. Punisher, Ant-Man Chase, Dark Phoenix, Ronin. Down here, Rob Van Dam, Valkyrie, Hawks, great Doctor Strange piece, Black Panther, Vegito, Firelord Ozai, Swamp Thing. Some cool stuff today. Okay, so unfortunately the shop did not have a single One Piece Funko Pop in it. Apparently once they get in One Piece, it goes like that, so just no luck this time. However, technically we do actually have a One Piece pickup of something I bought the other day on Mercari, and that is Frankie here! I actually did get one, and he has the silver nose. So funny thing about this one is that I was actually going to get the restock one where he doesn't have the painted nose just because it was significantly cheaper, and overall still the same pop, just, you know, not that painted nose, the error thing. But I was looking on Mercari, I was looking at the One Piece pops, and I came across this Frankie for like 80 bucks. I think I got it for around like 75-ish or something like that. And I was like, what? That's crazy. And it's a first release. And I was like, well, I might as well pick it up if that one's going for like 130, 150 range, you know, maybe even a little bit more than that, depending on, you know, who's charging. But I was like, yeah, I'll take it for almost half price. I figured that was like a no-brainer. So we got a pretty cool piece in the collection now, and I needed Frankie, so pretty much knocked that all out. And if you want to go ahead and see him up close, this is what he looks like. And that painted nose, as I said. And here is the back of Frankie. Definitely a really great piece. So if you don't know, we do actually have another new Frankie pop coming, and that is a Wano version of Frankie as a 6-inch pop, which honestly, Frankie should have been a 6-inch to start. But yes, that one is coming, I think, October this year, or at least it's going to be officially announced then. So if you're interested in that one, make sure to stay tuned for that. Definitely going to be pretty cool. All right, so before we jump into our review of episode 1 for the Netflix series now, we do have our question of the day, and that is, who is your favorite character in One Piece? Let me know down below in the comments. Now, for a character I would pick as my favorite in One Piece, if I wasn't defaulting to like the Straw Hats, for example, I feel like most people are going to, I would have to say, like even Shanks feels like a default character too, just because he's so popular. But maybe Mihawk or Whitebeard, I really, really enjoyed their characters. Ace as well, really fantastic. And if I had to pick a Straw Hat, I love Nico Robin, but I'm not going to pick her just because I love her as like a waifu in One Piece. I think it's going to have to be either definitely Luffy or Zoro. It's one of the two there. Anyways, though, let's go ahead and jump into our review. So I do want to preface this before I say my opinion on the episode and how I felt about everything. I would not really call myself a diehard One Piece fan, like at all. I'm more of like a casual viewer personally, and I've always kind of been that way. I really don't like talking about One Piece a lot just because a lot of the fan base is very toxic, at least in my opinion, and I think a lot of people can really like agree on that. But I've also met a lot of really great people. Outside of that though, I really do like the show. I like the characters. I've met a few of the voice actors like Chris Sabat, Zoro, fantastic dude, does some fantastic voices. So I do have a love for the show. I would just more so say I'm a casual viewer versus like a diehard fan for One Piece. Though of course, I feel like this makes it look like I'm a diehard fan, and I do have some like Luffy prints and things like that, but overall, I'm not like the diehard One Piece fan. There's other animes that, you know, I kind of prefer or like more. But at the same time, just because I like those other animes more doesn't exactly mean that One Piece is like any less than those animes. That's just a personal preference, of course. But the reason I'm saying all this is that in this video, it's going to be solely my opinion, whether you agree with it or not. And again, like I mentioned, I don't really like talking about One Piece just because the fans are so toxic that I feel like if you have a negative opinion about something they love so much and have such a passion for, it turns into like one big argument and it's like super unnecessary. Anyways, though, above all else, let's jump into the episode review. So, I do have my notes here of things I liked, things I didn't like. This isn't going to be like a 100% in-depth review, kind of just telling you guys if I enjoyed or not. And to answer that question, yes, I do think it was enjoyable. I think it's a significantly different take on One Piece, but at the same time, it's very faithful to the actual lore and manga and everything like that. Obviously, you guys, you know, Oda had a very, very big hand on working on this project, and that definitely showed. Like, that showed in the show how faithful they were being to the manga. At the same time, they made a lot of changes too. And also, this is going to have spoilers in it, by the way, guys, just so you guys. So if you haven't seen the episode yet, I recommend watching the episode and then watching this review. Now, as of right now, I've only watched episode 1. I have not finished it. Some people binged it. I watched it at like 3 a.m., but I had to go to bed because we had cat appointments and life and things like that. But I did get 1 episode in. As far as what I liked in it, I thought Zoro had the best scenes, honestly. Zoro's character is fantastic. They picked a really, really great actor. The look is really good. His action sequences are awesome. I think he has the personality type down as well. And the interactions with Luffy have been pretty cool as well. So honestly, no issues with Zoro at all. I think he's fantastic. Now, as for Nami here, this is where I feel like I might get a little hate. I'm still not 100% convinced, and granted, I still only seen episode 1, but you did see a lot of her character and some character traits in this first episode for Nami, but she definitely grew on me. I can definitely say that. That is much better than the original teaser that I saw all those months ago. And for Nami, I think I'm just going to go ahead and say I want to see more before I fully judge it, but I'm still at the same time not 100% convinced, like, that is Nami, you know, that's Nami's character. And some people, you know, think she nailed it, which is perfectly fine. I'm just not there yet, personally. And I just need to see more. I need to see some of the emotional scenes, like the straw hat scene we all know, where Luffy, you know, gives her his hat during the Arlong Park, like, incidents. So I just need to see a little bit more. But for what I saw so far, it was pretty good. Now this brings me to Luffy. Still not 100% on Inaki's Luffy. I don't know what it is, but I'm just not 100%. One line I really, really liked that him and Nami had an interaction was when they were in the Marine base trying to steal... Oh god, his name's blanking on me right now. I have it in my notes up. Morgan. They were trying to steal Morgan's map to the Grand Line, and it was like, Nami's like, oh, I'll never join your pirate crew or things like that. They're all terrible people or whatever. And then Luffy's like, that's because you haven't met me yet. And I thought that was like so well executed, and it fit Luffy's personality in that moment. And then there was other moments in like the show where I just felt like that's not, I don't feel like that's how Luffy would have said that. I feel like there wasn't some excitement in some scenes. The Gum Gum pistol was better in post than it was like in the, is that how you say that, post? Or the final product, I guess, is what I'm trying to say. I thought the Gum Gum pistol was better in the final product than it was like in the trailers. I don't know if they changed anything at all, but I liked it better in it. I kind of wish Elvita went flying. I saw somebody make a comment about this, and I kind of agree. I wish she kind of went flying more. She almost just went overboard a little bit. It felt kind of like, it didn't really feel like the punch showed a lot of the power that Luffy does actually have when he hit her. But the thing with Elvita's fight is that it's relatively short, so for what it was, I think it was a good fight. Kobe, might I add as well, he's also in that scene, one of his basically his big debut. I think they got Kobe down really, really well. They got the awkwardness, the scaredness that he has, the fear of everything. Like, I think they got Kobe's character pretty good. Now, I do want to get into Kobe a little bit more later on to this review, but focusing on kind of the events after, you know, Kobe and Luffy get to the Marine base, we kind of, you know, we have some of the characters meet. They're all in a bar. Zoro, Nami, Luffy, and Kobe are on there. They get into a fight with the Marines. I thought the Zoro versus the Marine scenes was really good. Also, Zoro's introduction, might I add. I believe they changed that a little bit, like significantly actually. When I was watching back, because it's been so long since I watched it, but I watched back, and I believe Luffy first meets Zoro when he's already tied to the post, I think, versus in this one, he's not tied there yet, and he agrees to be tied up later on since he assaulted Marines, basically. And they also introduced him as well at the same time of introducing Baroque Works way early in the series, which was kind of interesting. That was definitely a really interesting change. I don't know how much I love it, but at the same time, Baroque Works was really cool. So I think it's fine. You know, I think it kind of works and it makes it flow well, I guess. Now, there were some other characters like Helmopo, for example. Again, just like Kobe, I just think they got both of those characters down so good. Helmopo is very weird. You have the scene where he's kind of just naked in the mirror with Zoro's sword, and then Zoro kind of like walks in. So that was pretty funny. So yeah, I feel like Kobe and Helmopo, they got their characters really down. Now, as far as Morgan, I won't lie, I was a little disappointed because like in the anime, and I'm also doing my best to not compare it to the anime because it is supposed to be different. It's not supposed to be a one-to-one copy. It is a little difficult to not compare it to the original kind of like source material in the manga, of course. I did feel like the Morgan fight was a little underwhelming. I felt like it was definitely more action-packed in the anime. Though at the same time, just like the Elvita fight, it was a very short fight. It wasn't anything explosive, but I feel like Morgan felt like he didn't really display a lot of his power in this. It felt very quick and rushed, I guess. But honestly, I'm not going to attack that scene too much just because we have so many other crazy fights coming later on that this is just one of the smaller things early on. Now, one thing I did not like that they changed in this show was how they took the direction of Kobe's character, because he doesn't interact with the Marines at all. It's very weird, I'm not gonna lie, because he was at the base during the Morgan fight. He had an interaction with Morgan, interaction with Helmopo, I believe, as well. And he doesn't have any interaction with them in this. And I'm like, but he wants to join the Marines, so why would they cut that? That feels like such a weird thing to cut in episode 1, and I just did not like that. I don't know if anybody else agrees with me or anybody even realized that they did that, but yes, they cut some scenes with Kobe interacting with the Marines, and it just kind of cuts to the end where Luffy, Zoro, and Nami are leaving, and Kobe and Luffy say their goodbyes. You know, eventually they're going to be enemies. I didn't like how that played out, but I mean, either way, he becomes a Marine, so I guess it doesn't affect the story too much. There was also a lot of character development for Kobe there, and a lot of emotion in that scene. I feel like it was just wasted to not add that in or kind of try to incorporate an interaction between them. Honestly, the closest interaction that he got was probably when they were all in the bar scene and they were all fighting. Now, moving on to some other things I didn't exactly love was Shanks. I don't know why, but it didn't feel like Shanks to me. Like, at all. Like, there were some moments where it's like, yeah, but then the majority for me personally, I just wasn't loving Shanks. But I can't wait to see the serious scene where, you know, obviously he gets the arm ripped off by the Sea King. And I kind of want to see if he can really pull off the, you know, serious scene that is. But as of right now, I'm sorry for any Shanks fans, or if you really love the performance, I couldn't get with it personally. Now, speaking of more characters where this might kind of upset people with my opinions on it, Roger, I did not love it. I'm sorry, I didn't. I thought he got down the taunting really well of Roger when he was taunting the Marines, but other than that, like, I'm sorry, but the speech he gave and like the execution of it and the emotion behind it, it wouldn't have inspired me to go find the One Piece. And that's the best way I can put that. I did not love it. I didn't love the laugh. I cannot express more that I just wasn't a fan of the opening scene at all. And I'm sorry, I know that really hurt some feelings because I know a lot of people really loved his execution of Roger. I just personally could not get with it. Now, in summary for my review, for a One Piece live action and a lot of the struggles I'm sure they had with different things, and I'm sure a lot of things they'll struggle with in the future if they continue it past this first season, I think it was pretty good for what it was and what it is. But I think if you just separate yourself from the manga and anime and just watch this as a show, if you were a new One Piece fan and you have never watched anime before, I think you could really enjoy it. And it turned out so much better than I thought it was going to. Not to say that I like 100% love it, but they did a good job. Now, I know a lot of people really like when people give ratings, and if I had to give a rating out of 10, I think I'd be like a 6.5. And that's honestly higher than I thought I was going to give it. Now, granted, these are my opinions and my judgments based off just the first episode. I haven't finished it, and my opinion could change, honestly. And if you guys want to see how I feel about the rest of the episodes, I can definitely make that happen in the future. If you guys have no interest in that, that's perfectly fine as well. I did have a lot of you guys asking me to do a review on this episode, so I figured I would give my thoughts, my honest thoughts. Well, guys, that was my review of episode 1, as well as a fun little Funko Pop hunt and a Frankie pickup today. Thank you so much for watching this video. If you did enjoy, hit that like button down below. I also want to tell you guys, if you happen to be new here, I would love for you to consider subscribing and turning on that notification bell for daily content. With that, though, I do want to end off this video by saying a big shout out to all the wonderful Patreon supporters of the channel. You guys rock for supporting myself and the channel. If you guys want to check out the Patreon, the link is down below. We have a Patreon-only Discord where we share a lot of information, news, restocks, updates, links, and more. And finally, make sure to be following me on all my social medias at SkittleRampage over on Twitter, TikTok, Instagram, and my Facebook page so you can stay up to date. All right, love you guys. See you guys in the next one. See you guys later. Bye.